Wow, wow, wow. I'm so excited to have two legends with us today. Long, long overdue, man. You talk about organic R&B, true talent, gifted, always making waves. These guys are international superstars. Definitely bringing life and light to us. They have a brand new hit. It's called Congratulations off their studio album, Rebirth. Please welcome Ruff Endz. How are you guys today?
Hey, hey, hey.
Beautiful.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing today, darling?
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. I'm just so excited by you guys. I mean, how long have you been in the business now?
Over 20 years. Officially
Mm,
20. Officially like 22, maybe. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
okay.
hmm
Okay. I want to get right into it. Let's talk about your congratulations, new hot single. What inspired the song and what's the meaning behind it?
Um, I guess I'm taking it. um, definitely. The song is definitely a purposeful song. Um, we try to look at what's in the game per se, like the entertainment, R&B industry, whatever, and what's missing. And usually, if you find something that's missing, that's a good point to start because the game is about supply and demand. So for us, it was like, what about the people that just didn't work out for each other, but they're good people? It ain't no you a low down, dirty, man. You a trifling nothing, and then sometimes good people just is not right for each other. So following where we came from in the game, following our brand of R&B. Um, our brand of R&B is one that's well thought out. So we were thinking, you know, if we're making a soundtrack to people's lives, then where's the soundtrack for the good people in bad situations? Something that's a move on song instead of a breakup song, because everything break is, you know, usually coupled with stuff that's negative. Breakup, heartbreak, car broke down, something, something crazy. So, um, this was like the very conscious grown man, grown woman way of saying, look, it didn't work out. You know, I still got love for you. It was good to see you, but I'm glad you found peace and you found your knight in shining armor, even if it wasn't me. It take a big person to say that. So this is one of those songs that we feel like is a part of healing and being grown. Like, can't be a child forever, or be in your childish ways, or handle things like you handle things when you was in your teens or your 20s. You know, so I ain't mean to get too deep on you, but a little bit.
No, 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 that's awesome. And then also, how is important? Why is it important to also write? Like, I know you guys write and produce. How important that is in the music business?
I just was going. I just was gonna say, I produced the song. We both wrote the song. Congratulations. We forget to actually plug us as writers, and I never really say that I produce anything. I really, really say it, but we start saying it because, we come from a long line of writers. We were mentored by a lot of great people like Diane Warren, David Foster, Corey Rooney, Troy Oliver. I mean, we can go on and on. Some great, great um,
Pierce.
OG Pierce. You know what I mean? So we've been blessed, man. So we like to make music. We feel that it's classic. I like to use the word classic, meaning something that will get played 100 years from now. You know what I mean? Someone to Love You is going to get played 100 years from now. Congratulations is a song that I feel like could get played 100 years from now, or get remade. You know what I mean? So versus the trendy stuff that is just here today, gone tomorrow. Um, but yeah, this album and this song is so special to us because it is something that we wrote and it is something that I produced. But as a team, this is the Ruff Endz formula. You know what I mean? Song is the Ruff Endz formula, like how we started as a group. like this is how it's done. I had a keyboard where I was producing tracks, and me and my brother was knocking out the song. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And so this actually giving fans who we really are. You know what I mean? Not just as vocalists, because No More is a great song. I love No More, but we didn't write that song. You know what I mean? So to have something that we can give our fans that vocally something that a sound that they're familiar with, but also give them something from our heart, is amazing.
Wow. And also, you both are from Baltimore. So do you guys feel like a lot of artists out here, I'm in DC, of course, I'm from DC. So do you feel like people have to actually leave the city? And I'm always going back and forth with people about this because I feel like so many talented people and successful people, they come from the DMV area, and then we kind of don't get the recognition of talented creatives and entrepreneurs that come from our city.
Mm-hmm.
It's cliche. As cliche as it is of a thing, it's real at the same time. It's like one of those stereotypes you don't want to lean into, but the stereotype got a lot of truth to it. Definitely that was a part of our formula at one point. I'm gonna say because it was like we traveled and tapped into every source that we could possibly tap into in this area. And it was like either the people wasn't on a certain level, or they didn't think we were on a certain level. It's like leaving out of your, what's the saying, to be successful, go where you applauded, or like go where you celebrated. So it's like whether you want to admit it or not, it's like, in Baltimore you could be like, oh, that's such and such I went to school with, or my sister went to school with them, or I used to see them at the talent show. But when they say stuff like that, it's a lot of times it's not to big you up. It's just like, oh, I seen them like that. Oh, that's versus, other places, people, they be celebrating them. Or when you come from another place, that's just how it is a lot of times. So we started taking meetings and networking and connecting with people outside of Baltimore, like to spread out, to try to, broaden our opportunity. I would say broaden our opportunities. We had to spread out of Baltimore. So yeah.
And to add to that is, for somebody listening, it's all about going where it is. You know what I mean? If you're trying to do real estate, you need to go hang around some big dogs in real estate. You know what I mean? If you're trying to do the music business, you got to go where the music business is. And if Baltimore was like Atlanta, we probably would have made it in Baltimore. You know what I mean? Because people have been there. Now, can you meet people? There are people that are in Baltimore that's connected to the music business. So you know somebody in Baltimore that got you plugged in. But for the most part, we didn't know nobody. We met somebody and we was following this guy around. We was like, he gonna get us to where we need to be. We was like just waiting for our turn. You're like, all right, and then ain't nothing happened. He kept just telling us, yeah, I know such and such. And then he was like, all right, ain't right. You know what I mean? Go find somebody else, And
we did that so many times. It's crazy.
So when people telling you, that's what, but here's what we did. We kept going. And we kept going, and we grew wise. Like we figured out that a lot of these people don't know what they talking about. Now we can hear the BS right away, you know what I mean? And then we outgrew the city, like Dante said. And but in that meeting, sometimes when you peak, you meet somebody else that actually gets you in the next door. And through somebody we peaked here at a guy named Anthony Jeter, we met somebody named Troy Patterson, which led us to move to New Jersey. That trip to New Jersey was very important because we met an individual that led us to OG Paris, and her name was Stephanie Cook. So shout out to Stephanie Cook. So I say all that to say, sometimes you have to definitely leave your city or leave wherever you are, because open doors could be anywhere. You know what I mean? If there's a $10 million door that's in Japan, are you getting on the plane? I'm definitely booking that plane back there right now. Right.
Konnichiwa.
Some
Let's
stuff
go.
real fast. Like, what's this? What they say? That
So, why do you think God chose you to? So many people don't make it. And you guys are blessed to do what you love every single day, enjoy together and keep growing. Why do you think God let you guys pursue your dreams?
I thought about that a lot. A big part of it is like, you know how they say certain energies attract certain energies?
Yeah.
When I met David, right? Me and David first really started linking up. I just felt, without even really understanding what it was, I felt his energy was the same as mine. And people would always say it. Like, people would throw us in the pot together all the time. Like, if an argument started, they put both of us in together. I ain't even there. I ain't even got nothing to do with it. What are you talking about? No, but y'all. that was a lot to me, far as that showed me how people perceived us. People perceived us as like a duo already. So it's like, because I used to look at people I grew up with, like, certain things they did, like, is just really foolish. And sometimes, growing up around the way, that make you feel like you're a Poindexter for not, for not thinking that. If you ain't thinking the way I'm thinking, you ain't cool. And I'm just looking at you like, that's stupid. That's just like, you want to be an individual, but then you look at me funny when I show my individuality. It was the craziest thing ever to me. It's like, I'm not stealing no cars. I'm not, you know
Right.
what I mean? I ain't doing certain things that y'all think is slick and fun. Like, bruh, your fun leads to the boys' hickey school. That's what they used to call it back in the day. The hickey detention school. I'm like, bruh, that ain't, it's cool when you get some time under your belt. No, it ain't. That's like saying it's cool if you in war and you get captured. Like, the plan is not to get defeated, not to get captured. Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't understand that. So David energy, even though I'm still coming out of the streets, because it was all I knew. It was all that was really like around me, like family, friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the closest influence to me. But when I met David, I'm like, David is driven and headed and faced the same direction I'm faced. It could be other people around you, and they slightly kind of want it. They ain't really facing the direction that you really want to go. Feel me? So me, I'm like, listen, I don't care where you from. I don't care if you from oh, my family from Guyana. They thinking he from Africa and all of this and all that. I gotta explain to people, no, he from South America, family, but is he Jamaican? Bro, listen, I don't care where he from. He can sing. He got a good head on his shoulders, and we got the same mission. To me, that was just profound, because I prayed for that. I used to be in groups with people that was just doing so much different stuff in the streets with girls, gigolo one day, then you want to be a R&B artist one day, then you want to be a hustler one day, then you want to be back R&B artist, then you want to be a thug.
Right.
So I mean, today, right now, I thank God that me and my brother linked like that, because I know it saved me a lot on a lot of levels. Like, sure enough. So shout out to my brother.
God, man, for real.
Yes, sir.
All praises be.
All day, every day.
Yeah. So
I got deep again.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I got deep again. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all good. So how did you guys grow your international base? I actually heard your music when I was in Athens, Greece, partying. You guys actually reposted our video. This was like 3 years ago, before we got shut down. And so I was amazed about how much people love your music internationally. So what was the blueprint behind that?
The blueprint is real simple, man. Once you go there, fans, once they see American artists come there and they realize you cross the pond, as they call it, to come there to to perform, they're gonna be a fan of you forever. You know what I mean? So we definitely spent the whole year throughout overseas, UK, London, Amsterdam,
Australia, Japan, yeah, everywhere.
you know what I mean? Just hitting the overseas market, you know what I mean, so that we can spend the time to build that fan base. And they have definitely been loyal to the brand. So shout out to all our international fans, man.
Mm-hmm. So how have you guys grown, from the first album into now?
Oh, maturity, man. Like, you definitely can hear it in the writing because we've always been writers. So you definitely can hear it in the material and the way we sing, the way we our convictions, all of that stuff. Like, I heard when I was younger, when somebody told me when you get older, everything is gonna matter to you. Things that ain't matter before, like, you get at a certain age when it really hits you and you just thinking about everything. You got kids and you're thinking about how they gonna perceive this information coming from the world or coming from wherever. So everything starts to matter to you. So I would definitely say wisdom. We always try to be intelligent in the way we approach our writing because people listening to it, it's affecting people. Some people learning from it, some people healing from it. Some people making old school tapes, CDs, and sending that girl with the song on it. So it got to make sense.
Like, literally, when you say some people is learning from it, I don't think people really understand. Let's give just a real quick example. When we were in London, the owner of the hotel, his son, Indian guy, him and his best friends, they were telling us, they were singing the song, and the girl he's gonna propose to was right there confirming everything. Lines that he done said to the girl,
Wow.
said to her, like his whole swag.
Real talk.
American R&B music, like this is the Bible for them, for real.
Mm-hmm.
For you know what I mean? So we don't even the influence we have, man, and it's bigger than what over in America. It's just so it's normal, but over there somewhere else, it's like everything. They're telling for them. So.
So what's been the hardest part of the journey, for you both, when it comes to like the money and the fame and everything else? So what's been the hardest part that people like kind of don't see?
I'll let you answer that first, Dante.
Yeah, I'm about to say we could tag team it. The first off, I would say basically what you kind of said almost is like the parts people don't see. It's like how you perceive it and what you don't see. I mean, and in actuality, it's a double-edged sword because that's always been a part of the industry. It's like if you don't have a good show, still make it look like a good show to the public. Like you did this big mega show and you killed it, and everybody talking, oh man, you killed it, you did this and that. And they don't even know you ain't get paid from the promoter. You ain't get your money, or they messed up your hotels and y'all sleeping in one room in a little small room, or but at the same time, it's like what you're getting into at the same time. It's like that's a part of it sometimes. So you can't really complain. But certain situations when people say, oh, I bet you this and you got it like this and you got it like that, that's when you speak. I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
Wait a minute.
Right.
I see where you at with it, but let me bring you into reality. Let's take the red pill and get into reality of things, of how things really are. And then you hear these stories 10 years later about TLC was doing these big tour when they was killing it and getting pennies. You're like, no way. Y'all was looking too happy. Y'all was living and you dealing with the football player. And it wasn't what you thought it was. So that, for me, that's always something that you used to, but not really never used to. But it's a part of what you're doing as an artist, perception.
Oh, Dave, were you gonna jump in? Or
He said, he said,
oh my gosh. So talk about some ideal collabs.
I'm sorry I said it, y'all. I'm sorry I said that crazy. I was deep in the conversation. Say
right.
Okay. Some ideal collabs.
Ideal collabs.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta get on my brother because he always say this every time, but you gotta give people, gotta give them something because he always say everybody. Ideal collabs. Ooh, that's ideal collab for me would be a J. Cole Ruff Endz would be a fire collab. I think a Ruff Endz Nas would be fire. Ruff Endz Faith, Jasmine Sullivan, her would be fire. Um, a Lucky Day, Ruff Endz would be fire. I mean, I can go on and on. Dru Hill.
On and on.
It's just a lot of people we want to work with, man. And this new album we're gonna be working on, actually gonna come out soon. But this new album we're working on is gonna have a lot of features. So we're gonna be documenting the whole thing as well. So definitely stay tuned to our Instagram, official Ruff Endz on the gram, on Facebook as well. So you can stay locked into, the behind the scenes, who we working with, that kind of thing. So we're excited about that.
Okay. And last question, I had to read this from the audience. Do you have any advice for upcoming artists and creatives who are like struggling right now? They've been putting their music out. They haven't been, getting the hits they want. Like, so you have any advice for them?
We could two-part this one. Right now, with how social media is, I would definitely say consistency and content, especially when you're someone that people don't know. We're in a little bit of a different boat because we have, we started in 2000 and we really getting our social media up where it need to be. But at the same time, consistency and practice, Verses is a perfect example. I could start and stop at verses. Verses is a perfect example of what to focus on. You have people that may not have started as the sexiest, far as body types. I'm different, but far as general body types, somebody like a Kelly Price or Jasmine Sullivan when they first came out wasn't quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? To each his own. I thought they was fine, but health wise and all that, of course, want everybody to be in shape. But saying that to say, you could tell they spent a lot more time on their skills. You got a lot of people that they might spend a lot more time on their look, their aesthetics, but they ain't really spend a lot of time on their substance. Exactly. And it shows. It shows. You know what I'm saying? So work on yourself. Like, don't get caught up in the hype of these BBLs and all this other stuff. To each his own, but get your skills together before you get all that together. Get your business together. Find out where your money gonna come from. Be able to show up and blow the house down, whether you singing, rapping, dancing, whatever the case is. Have that part together. The next person might look better than you, clothes wise, body wise, but you show up with them skills. Like, what's her name? Leandria Davis. Leandria Davis showed up. She was sleeping in her car. She showed up with some flip flops on, with her toes out, and blew the house down and won the whole competition. So, I'm speaking from there. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Okay. All right. I thought David was
David,
gonna jump in.
I thought he was gonna jump in.
I know, David. I thought you were gonna jump in. I thought you said you guys gonna tag team the question.
It's like the guys from
Like, what's going on today?
what's the group? Offset and what's the group?
Migos.
The Migos.
Yeah.
Like Amigos, he'd just be saying stuff. He'd just be doing ad libs. Facts.
Facts.
Word. Take away these saying, but he just be like straight ad lib.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you both. I truly appreciate your time today. I see nothing but great things.
You want to Oh no, I got you.
I don't know. You rolling the chair back and fixing the glasses. I'm like, well, maybe that's my cue.
Right. Right.
Close the curtains.
Give me the question again. I mean, Dante had me on such a.
Oh my gosh!
I forgot that I posted. You know, I thought it was the end. You know what I mean? I didn't know.
Oh my gosh!
He done brought it home. I was about to send him an offering. You know what I mean?
Oh
Lord! He said he about to send me an offering. I heard my Cash App go off. The change hit the floor. Like, what's that? That was a nice sermon, bro. That was nice. Nice.
So going through one time though, if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, what's your words of wisdom? You know, people out there to get their music out and things like that.
Words of wisdom for people aspiring artists. Words of wisdom. There's so much to say. Definitely one, like Dante say, know your craft. So if you're a singer, be the best. You got to be a real singer. Don't be a singer that's getting by, because recording artist is the next thing I was going to say. Is actually, you know, if you're a singer, definitely get into the studio. That would be the next thing. If you're not in the studio, you need to be in the studio, because the studio is where you really grow as an artist and learn the art of what we call recording. That's why we call recording artists.
Artists, right. Mm-hmm.
People that really can't sing, but they know how to make a hit record, and they know how to make another one, and they can make another one. And we love it. They make hit records, and they are talented, because the thing about the business and music and creativity, not all the time it's the best voice, and you can be creative without having the best voice.
Facts.
And being a recording artist comes in, learning the art of making a hit song or making a record that the masses will like. That's why you hear them on the records where they say, "Yo, we got one. Yo, we," you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Just found they was in the studio trying to get one. They found another one.
Striking, right?
And you about to take it all the way to the bank. You know what I mean? So if you don't have the art of recording, and that you learn that by being in the studio, learning how your voice sounds against these kind of tracks or this style, and you know what I mean? You gonna where you best fit in. All that's gonna be learned in the studio, but that's learned from doing. It's one of those things that's caught, not taught. You know what I mean? But you got to get in the studio to learn it. So one, learn your craft. Two, get in the studio. You know, learn the art of recording and then get a hit record. Three, know the business. You know what I mean? Learn the business. There's so many books on the music business now than it was when me and Dante was out. Even if you don't get a book, you can watch videos about it, you know. We were fortunate to have people that when we signed our contract, OG Pierce, you know, our mentor and our guy that signed us to his production deal, he stopped Sony from getting our publishing, you know what I mean? Because they could have took our publishing and already had it. It was already included in the contract. He stopped it and got it taken out, you know what I mean? But we didn't know they could have got us. But you don't have to be us. You can go watch some YouTube videos and get some education. Go to university, as I like to call it, and turn the music off sometimes. I know we love music, but you got to turn the music off and listen to some audiobooks. Develop the what I like to call the hard. This is the software, the operating system. You know what I mean? A lot of people will upgrade their phone, but won't upgrade this. So the smarter you are, then the more you can actually lead yourself to greatness. Yeah, you got a great voice, but if you don't have the smarts and the know-how and the skill set to take yourself to where you need to be, then you're gonna have problems. So all of those things, hope you got it. Those will be all my nuggets in a nutshell of everything, you know. But at official Ruff Endz, hopefully you follow us. We got a lot of things coming. We're doing a lot of things on the film side that's going to be coming out in 2023. The new music. We got a live project with our band that we're doing something with our band that's going to be coming out. We got a documentary. We got a lot of things we're working on. So stay tuned. Stay plugged in. We appreciate the time. And, man, we appreciate you having us on this platform. You know, these platforms mean a lot to artists like us because they keep us connected to our fans. We love you for that as well.
Thank you. And then also I want to salute you guys. I forgot to ask you guys about Time for a Change. I don't know if anybody asked you about this before, but that was an incredible song. I didn't want to leave without giving you guys your kudos. I know a lot of people were posting and you know, taking selfies, but you guys took it amongst yourselves to put out an amazing project detailing about, you know, police brutality within the city. And I just got to take my hats off to you guys. And just before we wrap up real quick, I just had to say that to you guys. I mean, that project was absolutely amazing. So
thank you.
Definitely wanted to say that.
Appreciate it. Rebirth out right now, y'all. Go get it.
Awesome. Thank you both. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. See you. Oh, there you go. Promote.
That's nothing less. That's nothing less, baby.
Thank you.